everyone. I'm CJ Cannata, President and CEO of the Cannata Report. It is my pleasure to introduce today's guests, Paul Schwartz, President of Copier Careers, and Jessica Crowley, Senior Vice President of Copier Careers. Paul, Jessica, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us, CJ.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get down to it. For viewers who aren't familiar with Copier Careers, could you just provide us with a general overview of your business?
Yeah, of course. And hopefully most of the people that are watching this are somewhat familiar with us. We've been a staple to the copier and office solutions industry for about 30 years. We are a nationwide recruiting firm specializing in this channel, and we provide individuals to the channel to help them maintain and grow their businesses. So everything from the people who install and maintain the devices, to the individuals who sell, the individuals who manage, both in service and sales, the back office people who account for the solutions and invoice for the solutions, and the C-level executives, in addition, who manage these entities. What's really interesting about us is, even though we work only in this channel, is the diversity of the individuals that we place as far as their skill sets within the channel.
Can you break down the range of the different clients you've worked with and the kinds of placements that you've made over the years?
Sure, CJ. Currently, well, if we look at the last 15 years, and we dug into a little bit of an internal analysis, and we realized that we've made close to 2,000 placements within the channel across the 450 clients that we partner with. Of those placements, about 30% of them have been sales reps, including sales engineers, pre and post sales reps, government account managers, and all kinds of different vertical sales reps within the channel. 20% of the placements of the 2,000 individuals that we've placed have been leaders and managers and C-level executives. And about roughly 170 sales managers that we've placed in the channel, 130 service and operations managers and general managers, 15 vice presidents, 20 CFOs, financial directors, and controllers. In addition, about 45% of the placements that we've made have been service technicians. Service technicians are very interesting because they've evolved even over that 15 years. They're no longer simply break-fix technicians, but they're technicians who are OEM certified, and they also have a high degree of connectivity training. So what we refer to as hybrid technicians. And then about the last 5% of placements that we make are back office support, typically focusing around e-automate specialists. And we found that these have become very important to our clients, especially as the model of the industry's changed, and accounting for all the solutions that are out there has become so important.
I would also add in there, both Paul and CJ, that as the channel and solutions grow, we definitely provide the talent that is necessary to our clients for them to be successful. And the secret to our growth has been the evolution of the channel. We've been able to help our clients grow by giving them the talented individuals and help them expand their array of solutions that they can offer to our clients. Paul and I were talking the other day in preparation for this, and we realized that based on the metrics that Paul was talking about, we really impacted in an economic way to the industry of what we've done. And if you take an example of the number of sales individuals that we place with our clients, it's roughly about 500. So if you break down, at minimum, let's say 25,000 a month is what a sales rep is going to bring in on a monthly basis or asked to sell. That's roughly 300,000 a year that they would bring in revenue for that first year. If you take that times the 500 reps that we placed, that's $150 million of revenue brought in by sales reps just in the first year. If you think about it, it's really the equivalent to a good-sized dealership. And if you're looking even further, because you can't really monetize the economic impact, when it comes to all the other positions, or it's tough to quantify them, I should say. Sales is really only a third of what we've been able to produce for our clients. So I look at it as, the support needed to allow the sales reps to be successful is another key into what we've been giving our clients by providing all the other solutions and the candidates needed for that. Wild as it sounds, all of our placements likely have a much higher value, and that 150 million is really the base. And can you imagine that economic impact and the effect that we've had on the industry over our clients as they continue to evolve and as the industry evolves?
Thank you both, Paul and Jessica, for sharing such detail with regard to the last question. That said, let's move on to the next. Can you share some trends that you see happening in the industry now? For example, the emergence of new areas of expertise that dealers require today, candidates who are looking to transition from another field into this industry, and so forth, or anything else that you might feel is relevant.
Let me take it first, Jess, and then maybe I'll look back a little bit and you look forward. So as far as looking back, we've talked about this before in other interviews, CJ, and other forums with you. The industry is about 40 years old, and it's going through a generational change. And we definitely feel that, and we see that. And I think that our clients and in general, copier and office solution dealers need to be very aware of that there is a dwindling amount of individuals. And one of the reasons that are available in this channel, and one of the reasons is they're retiring out. There was some people that left during the pandemic and did not come back to the channel. So we're seeing a great shortage of individuals. Pair that with the lowest unemployment that the country has seen in 60 years. And that's a recipe for a little bit of a difficult a difficult situation. And so I think that's a number one thing that is a challenge and a trend that we're seeing. Mm-hmm. The other one, go ahead, Jess. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say the wage inflation is also truly still part of what our clients are seeing and what candidates are asking for. They definitely know it's their time right now to take full advantage of what it's going to take for them to make a transition, make a move. I would also say managed services. I know it's been, part of what our clients are looking for over the past number of years. It accelerated during COVID, and it's even more so now. And I think it's, interesting to see how each client is evolving and expanding their managed services above and beyond the hardware that they see within their organization. I would also say that production print has been, as of late, a topic that on both the sales and service side, we've even partnered with a direct manufacturer as they were looking to roll out a new line of production, and by providing them the technical support that they needed to even get to the level of the sales being able to help them out. So there's so many things that have been in the past kind of on the back burner that it's really coming into fruition when it comes to some of those areas like production.
In addition to some of the other detail that you've already provided us about Copier Careers and your placements and some of the other statistics that you provided to us, what else makes Copier Careers stand out in particular from other recruiting firms?
So CJ, that's a really interesting question. So one, as we alluded to before, we're unique because we're the only nationwide retained recruiting firm specifically dedicated to the copier and office solutions industry. The other thing that's very unique about us is just even our model of how we're established as a recruiting firm. And we're very different than any other recruiting firm that is out there in the world. And the way that we've done that is we operate under an agreement that's proprietary to us called an adaptive retainer recruiting agreement. And what that allows us to do is truly partner with our clients, the copier and office solution dealers. And within that agreement, we're not only sourcing for their immediate short-term needs that they have to staff themselves, but we're also looking for midterm and long-term opportunistic candidates that we can source to place with them to help them continue to grow their business. And that is really unique. So we understand, as we talked about in the previous portions of this interview, we talked about how much we understand the channel, and we're able to understand when we see very, very strong candidates that could be game changers for our clients. Whether our clients know they're actively looking for those candidates or not, we're able to source those candidates and present them to our clients so they can consider those candidates and the possibility of bringing them in and helping them grow, or at a minimum maintain their business. And that's the real plus of Copier Careers, in addition to be dedicated to this channel, is the unique model that we've built to benefit our clients and benefit our recruiters who are working the zones with the clients.
And by having this agreement in place, it allows us to recruit proactively, as Paul was mentioning. And anytime that I have a conversation with potential clients, or even a client that I've been working with for years, I always say that, you know, roughly about a third of our placements come from that proactive recruiting. It's really anticipating and knowing who our clients are and what they're looking for. It's presenting those individuals based on their need for what they're seeking. You know, I can give you a couple of examples of more executive level individuals that we placed. I had a candidate in the DC Northern Virginia market that became available, background in vice president of sales. And I knew that my client in the Pennsylvania market was looking to expand and had been slowly expanding into the DC Northern Virginia marketplace. And by presenting that individual to my client, it ended up working out that she became their marketplace president. That was, I think, well over a year ago. And I know I was talking to the other recruiters to find some other examples, and one is in place right now. We have a VP of service and operations for a client of ours, and for a candidate in the Midwest. And she had presented to a client in the Midwest, and they're in the process right now of having ongoing conversations. And it's not just the proactive of people in the exact market. We also do well when it comes to relocation. So candidates will call us when they're looking to relocate to a market, and it's candidates of every level. And by us having that partnership with our clients, it allows us to present them. And because we never know, you know, all of the positions that our clients are looking to fill in, sometimes our clients don't know what they're looking for until they see the individual that we present to them. So it's a really great partnership that we've built with our clients over the years.
And just to really quick, CJ, just to dovetail off what Jess just said. So we were talking about the diversification that's happened within the channel, that's kept the channel growing, that has kept Copier Careers growing, for this last 30 years. And all the changes that had happened. Many of our clients have been able to implement many of the solutions that let them become modern providers in this channel, because we're able to provide the talented individuals that they need to implement or to manage or to sell that solution. So that's been just a really interesting road that we've all been on here at Copier Careers, helping these clients grow and getting into areas, perhaps they're not, and we've had many examples of this, of areas that are potentially profitable for them, but they're not prepared to get into it. We're able to accelerate that by finding the individuals who can provide that expertise and have done it before.
Paul and Jessica, thank you for not only talking to me today about Copier Careers and sharing your insights about the current state of the job market in the office technology industry and beyond, but in such depth and such breadth. We really sincerely appreciate your transparency in that regard. And in terms of everybody watching, we wish all those looking to make new hires or find new positions the very best of luck. And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for watching today. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you.